What's up, you guys? DanTheBeast 94 here, coming back at you with another installment of Q&As with DanTheBeast 94. That's me. So I got about 6 or 7 questions for you guys here today, which is a pretty good amount that I've been getting the past couple weeks now. Just keep them coming. Like I said, I'm open for any type of question. Doesn't have to be wrestling related. That way you could just know me a little bit more. And a lot of these questions are related to that today, so can't wait to answer these for you guys. Also, be sure to tune in to the DVD Freaks channel, as me and him will be having another video up tonight. Stay tuned for that. Interesting topic that we're going to be going over. It's going to be a top 5 video. Definitely looking forward to that. But let's go on with the first 2 set of questions here. Before I start this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, leave your comments in the comment section down below, especially if you have any questions you guys would like me to answer for next week's Q&A. So the first 2 questions come from White Stoner 420. First question he asked me is, what do I like to do? What do I like to do? Man, it's been a while since I was actually doing anything, I guess you would say. Besides going to work on a consistent basis, I like doing this, YouTube. This is my new joy in life, I guess you would say, my stress relief. Definitely one of the best decisions I've made this past year in January. Definitely want to thank Nick Kurtz for that. I mean, he didn't really convince me, but after watching his videos, DVD Freaks, Wrestling Rampage, so many others, definitely persuaded me to, inspired me, I should say, to finally create my own content. So thank you guys for, coming along for the ride. What other things do I like to do? I'm not gonna lie. I love to shop. I'm that type of guy who loves shopping. Whether it's like clothes, media stuff, like owning things on like physical copies. Obviously, wrestling DVDs, I guess you would say. Aside from that, I like making music. I haven't done it in a while, but I used to sit there and write music. Back in high school, I was big on playing acoustic. I did a little bit of percussion, drums. I was in a jazz band 1 year. And then my senior year, I ended up winning a Marine Award for concert band contributions, I guess you would say. For a while, probably like the past couple years, I want to say maybe like 10 years. But as of like 2 years ago, I was recording music because I used to rap. I mean, I would share my SoundCloud, but honestly, I feel too embarrassed to do that yet. But maybe if some of you guys message me personally, I'll show you my SoundCloud account. Give me your personal observations on that. But other than that, I live a pretty normal, boring life. I like collecting comic books. I mean, got comic books. I'm an avid reader. I want to start collecting wrestling books. I want to get JR's new Black Hat book. There's a Bret Hart book that I'm looking to invest to. The only book that I have right now is my, not sure if you can see, but it's my Bob Backlund book that I got back in Northeast Wrestling this past year. But moving on to the second question, what is your favorite WrestleMania? All-time favorite WrestleMania was the first WrestleMania I was able to watch on pay-per-view, and that's WrestleMania 20. The main event between Benoit, HBK, Triple H changed my life, and I was forever religiously watching wrestling till this day, despite how much the product is pretty much garbage lately. Not because of the pandemic, but even before all this happened, just wasn't as good as it used to be. But I still watch it. Next question is from Greg Kramer, my buddy from Facebook and Instagram. He asks me, what kind of music do I like? Definitely a big question. To answer, basically go back to White Stoner's 420s question. Obviously like rap, hip hop. Um, really depends what mood I'm in. I mean, I'm a variety, you know. I'm basically like a shuffle. Um, Rock, metal, grunge, especially grunge because I'm a big Alice in Chains fan. That's my all-time favorite band. But talking about five favorite bands of all time, I guess I can name them right here, which comes to Alice in Chains, Metallica, Black Sabbath, Queen, and an underrated band named Armored Saint. If you guys don't know who Armored Saint is, I highly recommend you look them up. Or I'll just leave one of their music videos down in the description down below. That way you can check them out and see what kind of music I mess with. Um, if I really want to be in a calm mood, like especially if it's like raining or something, I'll turn on my TV, go on the YouTube app, and I'll just listen to jazz. You know, just put myself in a mellow mood. You know, but I'll listen to like pretty much everything, probably except like country, except Tennessee Whiskey. That's a good song. No opera, obviously. But yeah, I'm really big when it comes to like rock though. I've been to more rock shows. Never been to hip hop or rap shows. I've seen Metallica live, Iron Maiden, Queen's Right. I've seen Armored Saint twice. Um, yeah, I'm into stuff like that. Which I could probably show you my CDs in just a little bit. And then these next four questions come from my boy, no pun intended, MarkBoy316. The first question he asks me is, what other shows besides wrestling did you watch as a kid and some of your favorite shows now? Whew, boy. Talking about going back down memory lane here. Obviously there was wrestling. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I was a big Power Rangers fan growing up. Uh, I still have love for the original series, but then after that, there was like other incarnations of the show, other seasons, but not as good as Mighty Morphin. Obviously, there was like Nickelodeon and Disney. I used to watch this show called Goof Troop, if you guys remember the Goofy show, Goof Troop. What other shows was I watching as a kid? Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, which I'm still watching now. I actually just got the first four seasons on physical copies on Blu-ray, so tells you a little bit about me. What other shows did I grow up as a kid with? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm not sure if you guys remember this show called Mystic Knights. It was on a show called Fox Kids that would come on every Saturday mornings. When I was little, at least. I used to watch the X-Men animated series. Always thought that was a good show. Hey Arnold, Rugrats. Just shows like that. And then talking about shows that I like now, Stranger Things, hands down, favorite series right now. Lucifer, Gotham, Law and Order, Special Victims Unit, and I could go on. Definitely go on with those. Chris Angel Mind Freak was a show I used to watch back in the day. Jackass, just to name a few that I can recall. Number two, what is your favorite movie franchise? My all-time favorite movie franchise is Friday the 13th. Something that I like about Friday the 13th, though, the second movie, the opening scene where they show the house, that was actually shot here in my city, in Waterbury, if you guys are want to be familiar with that. I live in Connecticut. That first scene, it was right on Central Avenue, and there was a street that goes, so there's a street, and then there's like the main street. So it was shot from that side street onto the main street where the house is, which that house is unfortunately gone now, as it was knocked down about 2 or 3 years ago. But I had just found it out around that time, which I thought was cool. Let me see. Next question he asked me, besides wrestling DVDs, what other DVDs do you have and which ones are your favorites? I don't have DVDs, but I have Blu-rays. So we're going to have a little tour here, guys. So if you guys want to look back here, yeah, that's a lot. But something that I like right now, I'm sure you guys have seen this. Joker, favorite fucking movie at the moment. Going through some other movies. I'm a big MCU guy. Bohemian Rhapsody, I'm not sure if you can see that. Another great favorite movie of mine. I love the Insidious series. Dragon Ball Z. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so those are all the movies I have. And then these were the re-releases with the special slipcovers. And speaking of music from G. Kramer, these are some of my physical media of music. As you can see, I have like Iron Maiden, Alter Bridge, Black Sabbath. We go down here more. I have the complete Alice in Chains CD collection. Kiss, Queen, love Queen. And then we go up here more, and I have some more physical media. These are all my vinyls. I recently just got these Metallica sets. So this is the CD, this is the vinyl, which is orange. I ain't gonna pull that out. I have the first 2 seasons of Stranger Things right here. Hopefully season 3 comes out soon. And yeah, if you guys ever want to see me review like my Blu-rays and CDs thoroughly, leave it in the comment section down below. I could probably save that for a future video. And then last question he asked me, probably my favorite question of today. If I had a wrestling company, which 10 wrestlers would I start the company with, past or present? I'm just going to run through these names real quick because I'm not really sure how much time I have on this video. But overall, Christian, you know, he had a great stint in TNA, especially with the NWA title. And, you know, WWE lost some great potential at that time until he came back in 2009, obviously. He said past or present wrestlers. Owen Hart, you know, especially during his Black Heart run in 97, 98. I would definitely acquire him just because I thought he had such a high chance of him holding the WWE Championship around that time after Brett's departure to WCW. Kenny Omega, Jeff Cobb. I really look at Jeff Cobb as like the next Kurt Angle. Has so much potential and charisma. Hardy Boys, Matt Taven, one of my favorite Ring of Honor superstars who I've met on several occasions for independent events. JT Dunn, who's a local independent wrestler, but he's really starting to make a name for himself. Going old school a little bit here, CM Punk, because I would definitely give him that better opportunity rather than what WWE has given him, especially the last 2 years in his career with WWE. Another old school one here, Scott Hall. I thought he had so much potential as a superstar, a single superstar, especially in the new generation era. Definitely should have been WWE champion around 95, 94. And then sticking with current product, Aleister Black, just because he's one of my favorite superstars currently, along with like Buddy Murphy and others. But that about does it for today's video, guys. Like I said, if you guys have any questions for me for next week, leave it in the comment section down below. And until next time, guys, DanTheBeast 94 signing off.